These powerful machines came from two main suppliers, 77 from Bucyrus Erie and 25 from the Marion Power Shovel Company. Complementing these shovels were other specialized tools like steam-powered cranes, huge hydraulic rock crushers, concrete mixers, dredging machines, and pneumatic power drills. What made this equipment special was that most of it was designed and manufactured in the United States, highlighting the country's growing expertise in machine building. This machinery allowed for faster and more efficient excavation and construction than ever before possible. The existing railroad system also needed significant upgrades to support the construction effort. Workers installed stronger, double-tracked rails along most of the route to handle the increased traffic and heavier loads. However, this task was complicated by the expanding Gatun Lake, which submerged parts of the original rail line. Engineers had to build new elevated tracks above the rising water level to ensure continuous transportation operations. The scale of the project was immense. Over 75,000 workers contributed their efforts over the years, facing challenging conditions to bring the canal to life. The financial investment was equally substantial, with the United States pouring nearly $500 million into the project, equivalent to about $15.2 billion in 2023. This combination of advanced machinery, improved infrastructure, and a large workforce allowed for unprecedented progress. The team could now move earth and rock at a rate that would have been unimaginable just a few decades earlier. The construction process also demanded innovative solutions to unique problems. For example, the creation of Gatun Lake required careful planning to manage water flow and ensure the stability of the surrounding land. The building of the locks involved precise engineering to create structures that could withstand enormous water pressure and the weight of massive ships. Throughout the construction, the team had to adapt to the challenging tropical environment, dealing with heavy rainfall, mudslides, and disease-carrying insects. The advancements in machinery and construction techniques were crucial in overcoming these obstacles. By 1914, after years of relentless effort, the Panama Canal was complete. It stood as the most extensive engineering project undertaken by the United States up to that point. Completion and impact. The completion of the Panama Canal in 1914 marked a pivotal moment in global transportation history. This engineering marvel came to fruition exactly 401 years after Vasco Núñez de Balboa and his team of conquistadores first crossed Panama, highlighting the centuries-long dream of connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. In August 15, 1914, the canal officially opened to maritime traffic. The cargo ship SS Ancon made the inaugural passage, symbolizing the beginning of a new era in international trade and naval travel. This event signaled the successful culmination of years of planning, investment, and hard work. The impact of the Panama Canal on global commerce was immediate and far-reaching. It significantly reduced the time and distance for ships traveling between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Before the canal, vessels had to make the long and perilous journey around the southern tip of South America. The new route cut thousands of miles off this journey, saving time, fuel, and money for shipping companies and their customers. As news of the canal's efficiency spread, it quickly became a crucial artery for international maritime trade. Ships from all over the world began to use this new shortcut, transforming global shipping routes and trade patterns. The canal's strategic importance also elevated Panama's role on the world stage, turning it into a key player in international commerce. The economic benefits of the canal extended far beyond Panama. Ports on both the Atlantic and Pacific coasts of North and South America saw increased activity as trade flows adjusted to take advantage of the new route. Industries that relied on imported raw materials or exported finished goods benefited from reduced transportation costs and faster delivery times. The Panama Canal also had significant military implications. It allowed the United States Navy to move ships quickly between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, greatly enhancing its strategic flexibility and response capabilities. In the years following its opening, the canal's importance continued to grow. It became an essential part of global infrastructure, facilitating the movement of goods and playing a crucial role in the expanding global economy of the 20th century. The successful completion and operation of the Panama Canal set a new standard for international engineering projects and reshaped global trade routes in ways that continue to impact our world today. Environmental challenges. The Panama Canal, despite its economic success, has faced growing environmental challenges that threaten its operations. These issues, primarily linked to deforestation and climate change, have become increasingly apparent in recent decades. As early as 1978, experts warned about the potential impact of deforestation on the canal's function. The concern was that clearing forests in the canal's watershed could seriously harm its operation. By 1985, the forested area had already shrunk to just 30% of its original size. This trend continued into the 2000s, driven by factors such as population growth, land degradation, erosion, and overhunting. Deforestation has had a direct impact on the canal's water supply. As trees are removed, the soil's ability to hold water decreases. This affects the water levels in Gatun and Alajuela lakes, which are crucial for the canal's operation. With less forest cover, rainwater runs off quickly instead of being absorbed and slowly released, leading to inconsistent water supplies. The canal has also faced pollution issues. In 1986, a crude oil spill near the Caribbean entrance killed plants and small animals, highlighting the vulnerability of the ecosystem to shipping-related accidents. Climate change has further complicated matters. In October 2023, the region experienced a significant drop in rainfall, with levels plummeting by 41% compared to normal. This drought caused water levels in Gatun Lake, the main water source for the canal, to fall by nearly 6 feet. Such extreme weather events, likely influenced by climate change, pose a serious threat to the canal's reliable operation. The 2016 expansion of the canal, while boosting its capacity, has also increased environmental risks. The larger locks allow for bigger ships, which in turn raises the threat of invasive species. These non-native organisms can travel on ship hulls or in ballast water, potentially disrupting the local ecosystem if introduced. Another concerning trend is the gradual increase in the salinity of the lake water. This change in water chemistry could affect the delicate balance of the freshwater ecosystem that the canal depends on. Recent crisis and economic implications. The Panama Canal is currently facing a severe crisis that has significant economic implications worldwide. The root of this crisis lies in the insufficient water supply needed to operate the canal efficiently, primarily due to prolonged drought conditions. As a result of these water shortages, canal authorities have been forced to implement drastic measures. The most notable change is the reduction in the number of ships allowed to pass through the canal each day. From a typical capacity of 36 vessels per day, the canal now only permits 18 ships to transit. This 50% reduction in traffic has created a bottleneck in one of the world's most crucial maritime routes. The consequences of this restriction are far-reaching. At the entrance of the Panama Canal, a queue of ships has formed, with some vessels facing delays of up to 18